Hey, fourth grade, here to help you with the additive angles. There's times where we need to figure out if we have two angles next to each other, what's that total measure? Sometimes we have a missing angle, and we can use these skills, we can use particular skills to find out those angles. So I have a few examples here for you. So the first one, I have a 15-degree angle and a 25-degree angle, and they're next to each other. So I want to know what angle do they create when they're together. So going from this ray all the way to that second ray. Well, from this ray to this ray would be 15 degrees. From this second one to the third one is 25 degrees. So to figure out going from all the way, from this bottom one to this top one, all you do is just add these two angles. So I'm going to take the bottom one is 15 degrees. I'm going to add my 25 degrees. So I do that, 5 plus 5 is 10, regroup the 1, and I would get 40 degrees. So this angle here of these two angles, or this angle that makes up these two angles, would be 40 degrees. So that one's easy. That's just adding the two angles. We start getting into a more difficult territory when we have one that's missing. So this is one big obtuse angle that has another ray split it, not exactly in half, but split it into two. It created a 37-degree angle and an angle that's unknown. So I know that the total measure is 113, which means that would be this angle from this ray all the way to that ray is 113 degrees. I know part of it is 37, so now I just need to figure out that other part. Well, if I know the total and I know one part, and I need to figure out the other part, all I have to do is subtract. So I know the total is 113. I have a part that's 37 degrees. And now I just need to subtract. 3 minus 7, can't do that, so I need to regroup. That 1 becomes 0, bring over a 10, so it becomes 13. 13 minus 7 is 6, and then I have 10 minus 3, 76. So this x here, that would be 76 degrees. I can also check my work. I do 37 plus 76, and I should get the 113. Okay. So now we're on to our third type of additive angle, and it's going to look a lot like this. So I have, I have one angle is 136, and I'm trying to find an unknown angle. This time it doesn't say what the total measure is. So you may be asking yourselves, well, how are we supposed to figure this out? Well, if I look at the two rays, so I'm trying to figure out this angle here. So connecting this ray all the way to that ray, well, that creates a straight line. So we know that a straight line is a special type of angle that we call a straight angle. And we know that all straight angles, so a straight angle, which is also called a line, that measure is 180 degrees. So whenever we see a straight angle like this, or it looks like a straight line, we know that it's 180 degrees. That's the total. So it's going to be a lot like the second one. Now I know my total. I know this is 180 degrees. So I'm going to do 180 degrees. I have part of it. I know it's 136. So 136. Now I could subtract. Can't take 6 away from 0, so I need to regroup that 8. Becomes a 7. Becomes a 10. And now I could subtract, and I get 44 degrees. So this angle x, must be 44 degrees. Right, now I'm on my last one, and this one is going to be the most challenging for students. So we have 4 different angles all put together, and I'm trying to figure out this one here. So a lot of students, they don't even know where to begin, because we're not giving the total measure like we did in this one. We didn't give the total measure in this one, but we know that a straight angle is 180 degrees. So how do we figure out what this one is? Well, this is where I have the students start at a ray and connect each ray, each angle, and see what shape it creates. So I'm just going to start right here, and I'm going to create that arc for each angle. So let's see, I'm going to start here, go up here, go here, and finally back here. And I don't have the perfect circle, but it did create a circle. So when we have 4 rays put together like this, it actually creates a circle. So students should know how many degrees are in a circle. If they start one direction, they turn around completely, they made a circle, well, they turn 360 degrees. So the total measure for number 4 is 360 degrees. So if I have 3 of them, I need to add those together. So let me do that now. So I have 136, 30, and 90. So when I do that real quick, I get 256. So I know this angle plus this angle plus this angle equals 256 degrees. If I add in this angle, I know that's going to bring me to 360. So to figure out how big this angle is, all I need to do is take 360 and subtract these 3 angles, which I already know is 256. So 256. When I subtract, I get 104. So angle X is going to be 104 degrees. 104 degrees. All right, so just thinking about the relationship of the angles should help you out. This is a multi-step process in some cases. If we're trying to figure out the total measure, just add each angle together. If we have a missing one, just take the total, subtract what we have. Similar for these two, we need to take the total and subtract what we have to get the missing one. Remembering that a straight angle is 180 degrees, and that when we have 4 angles put together like this, that's going to create a total measure of 360 degrees. All right, so just like anything else, best way to improve on this is to practice. The angle measures, if you want to try some on your own, they don't have to be exact because all these angles aren't to scale. I just drew them real quick and put numbers in. So you can, of course, try this on your own with your own numbers. It doesn't have to be perfect of an angle. So hopefully this helps, and I'll see you next time.